Why did you get called down to the principal's office? Did this happen because was there...
Bailey was talking about how she got in trouble one time.
I did get, because I guess we were talking about like getting in trouble and going to the principal, and I've only ever gone to the principal's office once in my entire like student career, and it was in high school. Should I tell the story now?
Yeah, what do you got?
So I was called out of class, brought down to the principal's office, and then they said like, where were you on the morning of this time? And I was like, I don't know, like walking around. We're like, well, we have footage of you in like the vestibule of one of these like entrances to the school. And in the same shot are swastikas. And I was like,
swastika.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I didn't do that. And like, it was so weird because they didn't say like that they were suspecting me. But they weren't suspecting me, but they didn't tell me in case like maybe I did fess up to it or something. Okay. And I was like, that's so weird. That's not me. I don't remember seeing that. And they said, well, we have you on camera, like in the same shot as these swastikas on the doors in this like vestibule. Do you know who did it? And so then it was mostly I was just kind of like a potential eyewitness to who did it.
They actually kind of maybe were like looking for testimony because of the swastikas in the hallway.
In the vestibule of one of the entrances, and they saw me in the same shot of like one of the security cameras.
You didn't do anything.
No, I didn't do it. I didn't realize they were there. So I was like, oh, well, let me go back and think. Who did I see?
I got called down to the principal's office many times as a boy. Once was for bringing firecrackers, and bottle rockets to the elementary school.
Why were you doing that?
Because I was a little idiot.
Yeah.
I was typical-ish. No, seriously, I was a little brat, and I was like everybody's favorite brat because I was never mean to other people, but I would just do stupid things to make my friends laugh. Mm-hmm. Hey, David's got fireworks. Let's go launch them during recess. Brilliant.
During recess?
What do fireworks do? They make a noise. What does noise do? Signals the teachers where you are. So then I got in trouble for that one. Then I got into a fist fight, and I got called down to the principal's office for a fist fight. And I said, we were just playing. We were just joking around. Really? You expect me to believe that? Yeah, I said stupidly because I was in 6th grade. Another time, I don't know, there's a couple of other times.
Well,
I
Jesus,
don't remember
this isn't
exactly
just
what.
about Dave going to the principal's office. If you want to call in, you can tell us too. Because we could, it sounds like we could fill the next hour with Dave's story.
What about you, smart ass? Did you get called to the principal's office?
I did. My friends and I were playing one of those weird games where you'd like write down the boy you like and then like an action like touch and then like a body part and you like cross out.
What is this, sex dice?
It's something like that. It's something like that. You write down like 4 in each category. You cross them out. You pick a number. You cross them out. Whatever. Like a game like MASH. Yeah. If anyone ever played MASH, it's similar to that. We were in 6th grade. The substitute teacher saw it. Took it away from us. We were stressed out because it had body parts on it that we probably shouldn't have been writing about.
How old were you?
6th grade.
Okay, cute.
And then we designed an entire ploy where we distracted the substitute teacher and someone else went in and stole the piece of paper who wasn't even involved, but she went and just stole it for us. And then we were all called down to the principal's office to be like, so where was this piece of paper? Where did it go to? And we're like, we don't know.
I feel so bad for educators that put up with the, I didn't do it. I don't know. It wasn't me. I wasn't there. And it's like,
I know you were there.
What about you? Send me a text message and let me know why you got sent to the principal's office or called down. I know what brought it on. This is what brought it on, you guys. Because the other day, we were joking about, because there were some layoffs at the iHeart company.
Oh, yeah.
So we were joking about the big boss poking his head in the studio and saying, hey, can you come down to my office with me for a minute? We're like, oh, God. And so then we started talking about how you get called down to the principal's office. If you got a story, then I would love to hear your talkback. If you want to put on the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, just tap that red microphone button on the app, and then you got 30 seconds to tell us why you got called to the principal's office, or call 651-989-KDWB. Love to talk to you, like we're going to do right now with Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
What'd you get called to the principal's office for?
Yeah, so I was kind of the definition of, like, curiosity kills the cat. I love to ask questions and just have things make sense in class, and it drove one of my teachers nuts. So we kind of bickered a little bit, and I mumbled, like, I was just really annoyed under my breath, and she thought that I called her a B word.
Oh.
Yeah, so I go down to the principal's office. Of course, the counselor's waiting for me. The principal's waiting. I'm like, I swear I did not call her that. I didn't do it. And, the principal goes, we know, if you would have said it, you probably would have looked at her and really said it strong, Hannah. But, she feels like you said it, so we got to do something about it. So I ended up having half a day of in-school suspension, and then they actually let me go home the rest of the day.
Not bad.
But you shouldn't even do it.
But if they had to do something like a token punishment,
Yeah, they're like, well, we can't, deny that she feels like you said that. She feels disrespected. So, I finished an art project, and then he said, all right, go home. I said, all right.
Okay, bye. See ya.
If you want to give that teacher a shout-out, I'm just kidding.
I'm like, oh, yay.
Thanks, Hannah. We got a bunch of phone calls, text messages, too, and a bunch of Facebook answers.
This one comes from Liz. She said, just a week-ish into kindergarten, my friend and I hid behind the bushes when the bell rang, and so we went in late just for funsies, and then I got called down to the office, and that was all I needed. I've been a rule follower ever since.
Okay, that's adorable. Tiffany says, I got sick of this boy bullying me on the bus, so I took a marker and I made dots all over the back of his jacket. I did it gently, and he kept looking back at me because he felt something. By the time we got to school, he had marks all the way back down to the back of his jacket. I got called to the principal's office, but left with candy, so I was kind of confused as a kid. Not really sure.
They encouraged your bad behavior.
Right. Katie says on Facebook, senior year, I got called down for rumors. I was at a keg before school. The rumors were true. I was incredibly drunk. Incredibly drunk before high school.
I got some text messages.
What do you got, baby?
So it says, I was sent to the principal's office in elementary school because I used a girl's lotion that she told me I could use, then changed her mind and said I broke into her desk and used her lotion. Joke's on her. She's married to her third cousin now.
Whoa. But they're so happy.
Wow. She doesn't hold a grudge at all.
I think we got a lot of guys on the phone. But I'm glad to hear that so many girls got called down to the principal's office, too.
We were troublemakers, too.
Absolutely. Okay, is Wesley. Good morning, Wesley.
Good morning.
What'd you get called down to the office for?
So I was in 7th grade, and in the cafeteria, there was a ballot box about which book would get the Pulitzer Prize that year. And so to get back at my middle school bully, I wrote his name on one of the ballots and wrote, "Who the F cares?"
Okay, so you voted as him. Okay, I got you.
Yep, I impersonated him, and for some reason, I told my lunch table, and then they tattled on me, and the very sweet librarian had to give me detention, and I cried.
Oh.
The funny thing is he was a senior. You were a senior. How old were you, Wesley?
7th grade, so like 13.
Yeah, that's the age you're still a little tender-hearted about being in trouble. Thank you, Wesley. Good story. Scott is on the phone. Hi, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We're talking about why you got called to the principal's office when you were a kid. What happened?
Called to the principal's office last year. I'm a teacher, and it turns out you can play too many movies.
Oh!
Tell us
So
more.
a little bit more about this one. So you would come in clearly hungover, and then you would be like, okay, we're going to watch a movie
We're going to watch
today.
Glory again.
We're going to watch
saying
Glory.
That didn't happen,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say it.
I understand. So the principal actually called you down and said, Mr. whatever your last name is, you're playing too many movies in your class, yeah?
Oh, it was embarrassing. It was over the intercom and everything. I haven't heard my name over the intercom in 15, 20 years.
Oh, my God.
What movie were you playing when you got called down?
That time we were watching Inside Out, so I'm a 6th grade science teacher.
That's a great movie.
Oh, and it's
Oh.
science.
Their emotions.
How
Smart.
many movies is too many movies,
Yeah.
though?
Apparently 3 and a 1/4 is too many
That
movies.
doesn't sound like too many.
Yeah, that sounds like
Oh,
a
isn't it?
perfect
In
amount.
a quarter, gosh, you would be my favorite teacher. I'd
Yeah.
be so
Oh,
hyped.
And that's great. You sit back and you watch the movie or you play on your phone. You look up once in a while to make sure that nobody set any fires or anything, and you're good to go.
You give them a worksheet. They're learning.
A worksheet.
Yeah.
It was every
Right.
millennial's favorite day of the week when they
Right.
rolled in the big TV.
Yes.
that
Yeah.
sat on. Did you experience that too? I feel like that was before your time. You would have had like flat screens by
No.
the time you were in.
How young? Do you think I was in
when
middle
was in
school
there,
yesterday?
They would roll out the wheelie cart.
Yes, the wheelie cart.
Mhm.
Yep,
Yes.
the big TV, and you knew it was going to be a great day.
I can guarantee one of your students went home. They were like, today we watched Inside Out. And then the parents like, again, another movie. And then they called the principal. So you had one tattletale kid in your
I am not
class.
getting quality education.
I
Scott,
wanna
you
learn.
are our
Probably the kid that needed the movie for his emotions.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
exactly.
yeah. You're our favorite teacher of the day.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
are.
Scott. We appreciate it. By the way, you're late for work.
Yeah, get in there.
Yes, I am.
Okay, bye. Okay, thanks for all those. We appreciate it. We might have got a couple of more text messages. Why were you late for, or not late, why did you get called to the principal's office?
We got a couple of talkbacks.
Oh, we do?
Gosh.
Yes.
Oh.
I got you.
Okay.
So I had moved to a new school in the 7th grade, and within 2 weeks of being moved into that school, I was called into the office, and I'd never been called into the office before, and I was accused of stealing, like, a Nokia phone, essentially from another student, because that was right when people just started carrying cell phones around, it ended up being that we had the same last name, and so they thought that I was a sibling, and that I helped.
Okay.
Yikes.
Why'd you get called to the principal's office? You got on the talkback. You got 30 seconds. We got another one, Vaughn.
Yes.
So this was like 4th or 5th grade, actually 3rd or 4th grade, and I was having issues with a boy who was always trying to hold my hand and chase me and kiss me on the cheek on the playground. And I told my dad, and he gave me some really great advice, which I followed through on the following day. And I kicked Christopher Bolio in the you-know-what, got called to the principal's office. Dad came to the school, acted like he was angry, and then immediately took me out for ice cream and told me he was proud of me.
I love that. I love
Bolio.
that.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
I got called down to the principal's office because I took a picture of my feces. I don't know who told on me, but maybe someone overheard me. And then later that day, they called my mom. Told my mom that, hey, your son did this. And my mom was just really confused, and all she could do was just laugh.
What did you do with the
I was
picture?
just saying, were you going around like, hey, look at this?
Started airdropping it to people on the bus. Goodness.
Oh, that's fun. Okay,
That's a good
funny.
bit.
That
You
is
just
such
You just
a
try to airdrop to random people.
I
see if they
hated
accept
that.
it.
People would do that all the time on the bus, and that's why you'd have to cut your Bluetooth off always.
Yeah.
Pictures of their poop?
Well, not of their poop. It would be random,
No,
like
just
stupid
random
memes,
stuff,
and it'd just be
yeah.
so annoying because back then you didn't have to accept it. It
Back
would just
then.
pop up
It
on
just
your
popped
phone.
up. Wow,
Back
that's
then.
crazy. All right.